sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, saya at tunong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, bigisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama. Brigada eskwela, sa inyong pag-aaral. Brigada eskwela, kilos na nagpapalitan. Brigada eskwela, sinas na nagpapalitan. Brigada vice president, sabay-sabayan na. Magbayanihan na, oh, magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, oh. Bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Nagtagatibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pagbigisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama. Brigada eskwela, sa inyong pag-aaral. Brigada eskwela, kilos na magbayanihan na. Tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapipisig, buong bayan. Para na, kilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, saya at tunong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, bigisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama. Brigada eskwela, sa inyong pag-aaral. Brigada eskwela, kilos na nagpapalitan. Brigada eskwela, sinas na nagpapalitan. Brigada vice president, sabay-sabayan na. Magbayanihan na, oh, magbayanihan na. na kaugalian, nagtagatibay sila sa buhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pagbigisin lakas at diwa, para na brigada na. Eskwela,
Good day, everyone. Welcome to Imus Pilot Elementary School, City of Imus PTA building. To ensure safety of the program, let us observe and follow strictly the minimum health standards before, during, and after the program. Please be reminded of the following safety, health, and security protocols. Maintain a social distance. Check your temperature. Follow the minimum health protocols prescribed by the Department of Health. If you feel sick, approach the medical team adjacent to the hall entrance for your health care. The entire technical working group of this program is tested negative to antigen test and are fully vaccinated. The comfort rooms are situated inside this venue at the back of our participant seats. Eating and bringing of food is discouraged for the duration of the event. Flash photography is not allowed as it could cause distraction and compromise the place's safety. Keep phones and other devices on silent mode. Always stay on your seats. We are one with our brothers and sisters in the northern part of our country who were affected by a 7-magnitude quake. As such, this venue has situated evacuation plans in sight for the purpose. Please be guided accordingly. Let us continue praying for our fellow Filipino people who were affected by this calamity. Everyone can play their part in keeping our program and venue open and safe. In a few minutes, we will start our program. Thank you for cooperating with us in keeping our program healthy and secure. Our live broadcast for today is powered by Fiber-Blazed, Meridian TV Incorporated, and the Department of Information and Communications Technology.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian, nagtagatibay sila sa buhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed glad to have you all in this beautiful Monday morning of August 1, 2022. I am Maria Rosalyn Monton Pagtakhan.
And I am Darwin Legaspi Kamama. We are your hosts for this year's National Brigada Eskwela Kick-off. Tugon sa hamon
Nang ligtas na balik-aral. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the school's division of Imus City, let us welcome them for the opening salvo.
Amin ipamalas ang aking galing. Tumayong buong tapang harapin ang buhay, akapin ang tagumpay. Tulungan ang kapwa at bigyang halaga, huwag hatakin ng pababa. Isiping huwag sana ang sarili lang, pakisama't bayanihan. Subukan natin isulong at ligawan ng magandang bukas. Ikaw at ako magkasama tayo, sulubungin ang kinabukasan. Halina't hawakan ng ating kamay, sabay abutin natin ang tagumpay. Patuloy lang tayo sa pagpapanday, tiwala sa Diyos ang sandat at gabay. Subukan at ligawan ng magandang bukas. Ikaw at ako magkasama tayo, salubungin ang kinabukasan.
Thank you very much, SDO Imus City Dance Troupe. They were able to provide us a festive recap of what Brigada Eskwela is.
A round of applause once more to our Bagani performers.
We missed this, and so are you. This national kick-off of Brigada Eskwela.
Finally, partner, after 2 challenging years of celebrating Brigada Eskwela, here we are gathered once more with a common purpose.
Speaking of challenging years and common purpose, partner, this year's Brigada Eskwela theme focuses on tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. Really a challenge with a purpose.
And as we celebrate our Brigada Eskwela, let us identify the people behind and in front of this worthy undertaking.
Let us acknowledge our guests and participants all gathered here this morning at PTA Building in City of Imus. To begin with, partner?
Of course, later on we will have our Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines and the Secretary of the Department of Education, our VP Sara Z Duterte.
We also have the Undersecretary and Chief of Staff, Epimako Vidin Singh III.
We also have here Honorable Gerard L. Chan, the Undersecretary for Legislative Affairs and International Cooperation Office.
Also present with us this morning here on stage is the Undersecretary for Field Operations, Rebsi Escobedo.
And we also have Madam Annalyn M. Sibilia, Undersecretary for Finance.
Also the Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction, Jose Ernesto B. Gaviola.
The Undersecretary for Administration, Chris Ablan.
Also the Undersecretary for Human Resources, Gloria Mercado.
The Undersecretary for Legal Affairs, we have Jose De Castro.
The Assistant Secretary for Curriculum and Instruction, ASEC, Alma Torio.
We also have ASEC for CI Alternative Learning System, ASEC GH Ambat.
Also with us on stage this morning, our Assistant Secretary for Field Operations, ASEC, Francis Cesar Bringas.
Another ASEC for Finance, we have Omar Romero.
Assistant Secretary for Procurement, Chris Arnuco.
And another ASEC for Legal Affairs, we have Amanda Santiago. Also joining us on stage, we have our RD for Calabarzon. We have Attorney Pablo Escobarte.
Attorney Alberto Escobarte. Thank you very much. Good morning and welcome, sir.
Good morning. Our
Present also on
newest
stage,
authority.
participants, partner, is our City Mayor. The host city for this national kick-off, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable City Mayor Alex Accionagad, AAL Advincula.
Sa Imus, angat na angat ka. And of course, we also have here on stage our Vice Governor Atina Briana Tolentino. We would like also to thank the External Partnership Service headed by the Director, Ma'am Edel Carag. And of course, the Project Development Officers, the Technical Assistants, and the Administrative Assistants.
We would also like to acknowledge the Office of the Undersecretary for Legislative Affairs and International Cooperation Office headed by the Chief Administrative Officers, Head Assistants, and of course, the Head Assistants.
And we also have the ASDS coming from the different divisions of Calabarzon. And also, I think on the other room, the BE coordinators are also with them, coming from the divisions of Calabarzon.
Let us also not forget, partner, our Public Affairs Services, the medical team, and the technical team to the entirety of this program.
Yes, thank you so much.
Definitely, partner, our regional directors of the 16 regions in the Philippines.
We would like to welcome you all here in the SDO of Imus City. And of course, our SDSS coming from the whole Calabarzon. Palakpakan po natin sila. And we are truly grateful to have you all this morning. And to join hands, of course, in the National Schools Maintenance Week preliminary event.
Brigada Eskwela has been a nationwide program of our department since 2003. And since then, we have ultimate support from our offices and officials, partner.
Yes, partner. And now let us witness the message of support coming from the Bureau and the service directors.
Let's watch this.
Isang makabatang pagbati sa lahat ng mga mag-aaral, mga magulang, kaguruan at empleyado ng kagawaran ng edukasyon, lokal na pamahalaan, partner organizations at iba pang stakeholders ng basic education. Ang Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Service o DRMS ay nakikiisa sa pagsasagawa ng 2022 Brigada Eskwela at lagi po kaming handa na suportahan ang ating mga eskwelahan na siguraduhing ligtas ito sa anumang bantang panganib at mabigyan ng nararapat na kaalaman at kakayahan ang mga mag-aaral at empleyado nito. Hinihikayat namin lahat kayo ngayong Brigada Eskwela na gawing handa ang ating mga paaralan. Magsagawa po tayo ng contingency planning. At sa ating mga opisina, ang Public Service Continuity Planning. Gawin po din natin ang tinatawag na risk assessment para alam natin ano ang mga panganib sa loob ng ating eskwelahan at ng mga classrooms at gawin itong ligtas. Okay? Para sa isang ligtas na balik-aral ngayong Agosto. Makipag-ugnayan tayo sa ating mga partners at mga stakeholders upang mapunan ang mga pangangailangan ng ating paaralan, ng mga mag-aaral at ng ating mga empleyado ng ahensya. Mahalagang maipakita natin ang pinagkaisang boses at lakas upang harapin ang mga hamon na dulot ng krisis ng pandemya para sa ating kalusugan at sa ating kaligtasan. Tayo na at makibrigada tungo sa pagkamit ng masaya, mapayapa at ligtas na balik-aral.
As the Department of Education stays true to its mandate of providing quality, relevant, and accessible basic education, its 1 million strong teaching and non-teaching staff invite all external and internal stakeholders in ensuring the safe opening of school year 2022-2023 through the Brigada Eskwela with the theme, Tungo sa Hamon ng Ligtas na Balik-aral. Brigada Eskwela is an example of the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. This sustains the culture of bayanihan, in which schools and community learning centers are made clean and safe to promote the healthy and friendly learning environment our children deserve. Such atmosphere shall inspire learning recovery and continuity regardless of the learning delivery modalities. Brigada Eskwela will continue to engage our DepEd partners to inspire the advancement of quality education. The learning gains generated in the last 2 school years affected by the pandemic shall serve as scaffolds of learning recovery. And this Brigada Eskwela, when sustained all throughout the school year, is expected to yield favorable results on learning outcomes. Sa bayanihang taglay ng Brigada Eskwela para sa karunungan, matutupad at maaabot ng bawat batang Pilipino ang kanyang mga pangarap. Tunay na walang iwanan sa bayan ni Juan. Tara na, magbrigada eskwela na.
To the members of the Executive Committee of our DepEd family, headed by our very own, very supportive and dynamic leader, the Vice President and the Secretary of Education, Inday Sara Duterte, our dear parents, our dear teachers and learners, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. We at the International Cooperation Office are happy to join you today and express our full support for the Brigada Eskwela 2022 with the team Tugon sa Hamon ng Ligtas na Balik-aral. We look forward to a new opportunities for the education sector. Here in the ICO, true to our mandate, we strongly advocate for cooperation, or in our own lingo, the bayanihan spirit of every Filipino. We believe that if community comes together for the common goal of ensuring the welfare of our learners, we will also see them back in our classrooms with smiles again on their faces as we now go back slowly to the face-to-face classes. Surely, our international partners as well and other ministries of education in the region or even around the globe will be delighted by the news that we are rolling out our plans for the full implementation of the face-to-face classes. Let us not then forget, dear friends, that we also have friends outside the Philippines, outside this beautiful archipelago, who are willing to lend their hand to help and make our plans, and of course, the plans of our Excellency, our leader, and our Secretary, VP Sara, for the Department of Education. For now, we say, tara, magbrigada, sama-sama nating tugunan at pagbutihin ang kinabukasan ng ating Pilipinong mag-aaral.
As we gradually transition back to face-to-face learning, all the more that it is essential to deepen relations and strengthen partnerships with stakeholders to ensure that we attain our common goal, which is to provide relevant and quality basic education to all learners. With this, it is a necessary step to build a stronger foundation and form goals that will benefit not only the learners, but as well as the community that holds a significant role in the betterment of the educational system. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. Tulong-tulong po tayong lahat para sa maligtas na pagbubukas ng ating mga paaralan. Maraming salamat po.
Isang mapagpalayang araw po sa atin. Nakikiisa po ang Internal Audit Service sa taunang Brigada Eskwela ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon na sa taong ito ay may temang Brigada Eskwela, tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. Sa gitna ng pandemya ng mga nakaraang 2 taon, ay ating magiting na napagtagumpayan ang hamon na makapagbigay ng kalidad na edukasyon. Inyong pakikisa at pakipagtutulungan ang siyang nagbigay sa atin ng mga paraan upang maipahatid ang edukasyon sa bawat bata na sa loob man o labas ng silid-aralan. Ngayong taon, sa muling pagbubukas ng klase, ay ating sama-samang tugunan ang hamon at tawag para sa isang ligtas at mapayapa na pagbabalik eskwela ng ating mga mag-aaral, ganun din ng ating mga guro at non-teaching personnel. Halina at makiisa sa Brigada Eskwela.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let us acknowledge the personalities in the ABP. The Bureau Directors, Director Jocelyn D.R. Andaya, Director 4 of DepEd Bureau of Curriculum and Development.
We would also like to acknowledge Director Attorney Aris Delson Akay D. Kawilan, Attorney for Office of the Director for DepEd Bureau of Learning Resources.
We also have Director Leilani L. Galvez, Director for DepEd Internal Audit Service.
And we had watched a message of support coming from Director Ronilda R. Co, Director 4 of DepEd Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Service.
Thank you so much. This year's hosting of the Brigada Eskwela, the National Kick-off, was wholeheartedly accepted by Region 4A Calabarzon through the school's division of Imus City.
Let's see what's in Calabarzon with this ABP.
Let us watch this.
Malapit na naman ang pasukan. Handa ka na ba? Halina halina't magpunta. Hawakan ng walis, simulan mo nang maglinis. Pupukin mo na ang silya, sa dingding ay magpintura. Masaya, di ba kung tayo'y sama-sama sa bayan natin? Tara na, makiisa, sumama ka, gawing ligtas at handa. Doon sa eskwela tayo'y magbrigada, tungo sa kinabukasan maganda. Marado ang bubong, atin ang gawin iyan. Alisin ang mga dahon, ayon at magtulungan. Bigisan ang daluyan ng tubig ulan. Bahay maiwasan, bahay maiwasan. Kaligtasan ay isipin, bawat sira ay suriin. Dapat nga natin gawin, alisin ang mga harap, upang di na maranasan. Hindi inaasahan. Pulis pati sundalo, yes sir, yes sir, at mga bumbero, kahit sinong may gusto, magsama-sama tayo. Mas masaya, di ba kung tayo'y sama-sama sa...
What we have witnessed is a true manifestation of partnership.
And speaking of partnerships play an important role in decision-making and accountability and support school planning, fundraising, and even innovations.
In connection to that, let us witness the messages of support coming from our education partners. Roll VTR.
Recovery and resilience begin at home, and we reinforce this in the students' second home, the classroom. As a professor, I consider classrooms indispensable for students to develop their skills, relationships, and values for nation building. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas is one with DepEd and its partners in empowering our learners and teachers to return safely to the classrooms.
Kasama po ang BDO Foundation ng buong sambayan ng Pilipino sa pagsuporta sa Brigada Eskwela 2022 para sa ligtas na balik-aral ng ating mga kabataan, pati na rin ang kanilang mga guro at kawani ng lahat ng mga paaralan.
To the Department of Education administrators, faculty and employees, and the community of learners and parents, happy greetings from CBS China Bank Savings. For the past years, CBS has been an active DepEd partner in carrying out the yearly campaign to provide clean, safe, and comfortable spaces and facilities in public elementary and high schools, resources for blended learning, including the provision of emergency needs during calamities, and addressing resource gaps for the reopening of classes. Public education is a cornerstone for nation building. Education is an investment in a better future for the Filipino. As the country gets ready for the return to face-to-face classes later in the year, CBS is keen to strengthen our partnership with the Department of Education and the community. It is our fervent hope that together we can increase student participation, reduce the drop rate, and uplift the quality of education, especially in the countryside. Magsama-sama tayo sa Brigada Eskwela para sa kinabukasan. Let us build and rise together para sa isang ligtas, maayos at panatag na balik eskwela. Maraming salamat.
A pleasant day to all our DepEd officials and educators who are joining us today. Once again, we are honored to be part of the Department of Education's annual core program, the Brigada Eskwela Kick-off. Education has always been at the forefront of City Savings Bank's corporate social responsibility programs. We are thankful for the opportunity to partner with DepEd and collaborate with other stakeholders to support DepEd's Learning Continuity Plan. As we prepare for another academic year, City Savings fully supports Brigada Eskwela by providing learning and teaching resources to co-create a safe school environment in preparation for the reopening of the face-to-face classes. We are also one with DepEd in ensuring the health and well-being of teachers, students, and non-teaching personnel. We continue to provide substantial teacher training opportunities to complement DepEd's efforts to ensure basic quality education. The Department of Education has always been the most valued partner of City Savings. We truly appreciate the partnership to participate in community building and keeping the bayanihan spirit alive. We salute our education heroes, and we are optimistic to do more and do greater, ensuring that no Filipino educator or learner would be left behind. Thank you, and mabuhay tayong lahat.
Maligayang pagbati mula sa East-West Seed Foundation. Nais ko pong iparating ang suporta namin sa Brigada Eskwela bilang tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. Salamat po sa pag-aruga nyo ng ating mga mag-aaral. Magkakampi na po tayo ng 10 taon at ipagpapatuloy po namin ito sa mga darating pang panahon. Maraming salamat po.
The Geneva Office for Human Rights Education, GO-HRE, commends the Department of Education under the leadership of Secretary Sara Duterte on its continuing efforts to help schools and families and communities prepare for the coming school year through the Brigada Eskwela. Mabuhi ang Departamento sa Edukasyon sa Pilipinas.
On behalf of International Care Ministries, congratulations DepEd for launching this school year under a new and better normal. ICM's Family Academy paraprofessionals will continue collaborating with schools across the Visayas, Mindanao, and Palawan, empowering and equipping the most isolated, impoverished, and vulnerable children and their families to build a better future for themselves, their community, and the country. Sama-sama tayong tutugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. God bless.
On behalf of Latter-day Saints Charities of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we congratulate the Department of Education's annual Brigada Eskwela project. We are one with you in helping provide quality education to our Filipino students. We express our continuous support to your initiatives and programs. Education builds our children's future. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Magandang umaga po. On behalf of our Chairman and Founder, Dr. George Yang, and our President and CEO, Kenneth Yang, congratulations sa launching ng 2022 Brigada Eskwela. Congratulations sa Department of Education led by Vice President and Secretary Sara Duterte. Kasama niyo po kami sa pagsulong ng ating guro at mga estudyante. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Good day, everyone. I'm Veronica Cruz, Business Executive Officer of Milo from Nestle Philippines. A warm congratulations to everyone for the successful kick-off of your Brigada Eskwela. We are truly grateful for the partnership and collaboration between Milo and the Department of Education as together we nourish Filipino kids' journey to success. You can count on our continuous support as together we welcome the kids back to school, back to the classroom, and back to sports. Here's to a champion school year. Maraming salamat and congratulations once more.
Kami po sa PLDT at SMART ay sumusuporta sa Department of Education as we continue to advocate quality and inclusive education so that there will be no learners left behind. Maligayang pagbabalik sa ating mga mag-aaral at mahal na guro.
Telos International Philippines is committed to continuing our partnership with the Department of Education in empowering our Filipino youth. Since 2014, more than 14,000 of our team members dedicated almost 70,000 volunteer hours through Brigada Eskwela. This will continuously grow, especially this year as we continue to give back to our communities to showcase our We Give Where We Live corporate social responsibility philosophy. Thank you, DepEd, and mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Universal Rubino Corporation Flour Division fully supports the 2022 Brigada Eskwela program of the Department of Education. We will continue to be your partner in strengthening the knowledge and skills of teachers and students, especially on the field of baking and pastry production through the Flourish Pilipinas program. Along with this, we promise to support the identified priorities of DepEd to ensure quality basic education and the safe reopening of face-to-face classes.
As we see the resumption of face-to-face classes for most schools, we wish the best of luck to the Department of Education for this year's Brigada Eskwela in facing the challenges brought on by the new normal. We at Vivant promise to work with DepEd in finding solutions for the changing world. As a trustee of the League of Corporate Foundations, I also know that these challenges can only be met when we all work together. Good luck.
Thank you, DepEd, for allowing Bear Brand to be a part of the Brigada Eskwela National Kick-off. Bear Brand is committed to enriching the lives of Filipino children, not only by providing them with the nutrition they need through our Bear Brand products, but also continuing to strengthen our partnership with DepEd to help enrich the lives of students and help them grow up to become Batang Matibay. We join DepEd in welcoming our students back safely this coming school year.
The National Association of Public Secondary Schools of the Philippines Incorporated, NAPSPIL, strongly supports the Department of Education yearly Brigada Eskwela. This year's commitment is to provide 500 polo shirts to all the participants of this National Kick-off opening program, doing minor repairs and cleaning in schools. By God's grace, rest assured of NAPSPIL unwavering support. Thank you and may God bless us all.
Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon, sa kabataan.
You had witnessed the messages of support coming from our external partners. Those were only the first batch partner.
Let us read with you the external partners. We have Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Governor Felipe Medalla.
We would also like to acknowledge, of course, the President of BDO Foundation, President Mario De Riquito.
And also from China Bank Savings, we have Vice President Neil Humawan.
Heap of thanks to City Savings Bank, headed by President and CEO Larry Ocampo.
And from East West, SID Foundation, we have Maria Elena Van Turen.
Thank you also to Go HRE Executive Director Heidi Fajardo.
From International Care Ministry, we have Executive Director Ana Marie Alegre.
We also had watched and witnessed Julius Spurs of Latter-day Saint Charities.
The Managing Director Ms. Margot Torres of Ronald McDonald's House of Charities is also included in the ABP.
We would also like to acknowledge and express our gratitude, of course, to Milo and Nestle Philippines, headed by Business Executive Officer Veronica Cruz.
And of course, Ms. M. Jane Francisco of Smart Telecom.
We also have our external partner through TELUS International. We would like to acknowledge Fibilin Carrera.
And another partner, Madam Lilia Andres of Universal Robina.
And to complete the first batch of our external partners, which you had witnessed earlier, we would like to express our gratitude to the Executive Director of Vivant Energy Corporation, Shen Garcia.
We would also like to acknowledge the presence of our Assistant Regional Director, Madam Cherry Lo Repia, who is with us.
Thank you very much, Happiest Che, for the continuous support to this National Brigada Eskwela Kick-off.
And we would also like to acknowledge the presence of our assistant SDSS who are situated in a very special room and also witnessing this particular event. Good
also
morning.
in the same venue, partner, at the Youth Center here in the city of Imus. We have loads of people who would like to thank partner, and let us acknowledge them as early as this while we are waiting for the main event of this program.
Yes, of course. This wouldn't be possible without these people behind. Let us acknowledge them. First, as we have said a while ago, from the External Partnership Service, we have the Director 3. Please stand up, Madam Edel Carag.
And to this early, we would like to extend our thanks, most of course, just as early as Thursday, partner. He was here for the meeting with us. The Project Development Officer of Region, Rolly V. Soriano.
From the central office, we have Sir Rolly V. Soriano. And also the Project Development Officer 2, we have Ma'am Zenny B. Lastimosa.
We would also like, of course, to acknowledge Dave Dina Cometa, Project Development Officer 2.
Another Project Development Officer 2, Mr. Rudy Calgao.
Under the External Partnership Service, thank you to our TWG Joanna A. Liana, our Project Development Officer 2.
Another Project Development Officer 2, we have Ma'am Janet Labre.
Also, heap of thanks to Sabina C. De Castro, Project Development Officer 2. We would also like to thank Miss Mary Ann Bruan, our Project Development Officer 2, Annalisa A. Hordulesa, and Romeo Granadozien. And we also have John Antonio Casurbo, our Technical Assistant and Administrative Assistant as our TWG.
These particular personalities work with us hand in hand in the National Kick-off, the launching of our Brigada Eskwela. Thank you so much.
Most probably we have 30 more minutes waiting time before our main event, and we would like to have this opportunity to thank and give our gratitude to the people behind and in front of this program. To begin with, partner, let's continue giving thanks to our technical working group.
We have Assistant Secretary ASEC Amanda Santiago.
Assistant Secretary ASEC GH Ambat.
We also have the mayor, of course, our mayor, the host of this particular launching. We have Honorable Alex A.A. Advincola.
And definitely we would like to thank most, of course, the representative of the 3rd District of Cavite, Honorable Adrian J. A.J. Advincula.
And of course, the directors. We have here Director Margarita Valesteros.
We would like to acknowledge partner our regional directors. To begin with, from Regional Office of Region 1, Director Tolentino G. Aquino.
We have here another from Region 2. We have the Regional Director, Director Benjamin B. Paragas. Good morning po.
Regional Office from Region 3, headed by the Regional Director, Director May B. Eclar.
And of course, our host, the host region, no other than our Regional Director from Region 4A Calabarzon. We have Attorney Alberto Escobarre.
And speaking of partner, definitely we have the Assistant Regional Director present here in our PTA building, the very busy in partaking this event. Ladies and gentlemen, our Assistant Regional Director, Cherilu D. Repia.
Another Regional Director, we have here Director Nicolas Capulo.
We would also like to acknowledge from Regional Office of Region 12, Regional Director, Director Carlito Rocafort.
From Caraga region, we have Director Maria Gemma M. Ledesma.
And from CAR, our Regional Director, Director Estela L. Carino.
And from the National Capital Region, we have Director Wilfredo Cabral.
We would also like to acknowledge from Central Office, Yusek Densing, Maria Concepcion Sayas.
Another executive assistant from the office of Yusek Chan, we have Mr. Kevin Flores.
We would also like to acknowledge the executive assistants to ASEC Ambat from Central Office, Ishadora Lim.
And another, we have from the office of ASEC Ambat, we have Angelo Di Magmalio.
Of course, we would like to acknowledge the ICO staff of the Central Office, Joan Tasadden. We would like to acknowledge our regional directors. Going back to Region 7, our regional director, Director Salustiano T. Jimenez.
Another regional director, this time from Region 8, we have Director Evelyn R. Petalvero.
Regional Office, Region 9, Regional Director, Director Ruth L. Fuentes.
Another regional director from Region 10. We have the regional director, Director Arturo Bayocon.
Also present with us, partner, today are our assistant regional directors from Regional Office Region 5, ARD Ronel Alfirmo.
We have another assistant regional director from Region 6. We have ARD Pedro T. Escobarte Jr.
We would also like to acknowledge our Assistant Regional Director of Regional Office Region 11, ARD Maria Ines Asuncion.
And from CAR, we have ARD Florante Vergara. In just a while, we will be joined with our Honorable VP Sara. All of us are excited here, of course, to witness the message of support coming from our very own VP.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian, nagtagatibay, sinasabuhay, kadlak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pagbigisin, lakas at diwa, para na brigada na.
Partner, we would also like to acknowledge our ESSD chief from the different regions in the Philippines, starting off with Regional Office 1, Region 1. We would like to acknowledge Chief Sara Q. Kasuga.
Good morning, ma'am. Joining her, we also have another chief, this time coming from Region 2. ESD chief, we have Chief Joselito L. Narag.
ESSD Chief of Region 3, let's acknowledge Chief Sammy P. Sampang.
We also have here in the hall, we have Chief Eduarda M. Zapanta, ESD Chief, Region 4A, our very own chief.
We would also like to acknowledge the ESSD Chief of Region 4B, Chief Esmeraldo Chilalo.
Another ESD chief from Region 8, we have Chief Rosemary Gino.
All the way from Region 9, our ESSD Chief, Jo M. Daligdig.
From Region 10, we have Chief Myron Giel D. Talose.
Region 11's ESSD Chief, we would like to acknowledge Chief Warlito Ihua.
We're also grateful to have here with us another ESD Chief coming from Region 12. We have Chief Napoleon J. Guio.
Acknowledging Caraga ESSD Chief, Chief Bernabe L. Linog.
Another ESD Chief from CAR. We have Chief Edgar H. Madlain. Good morning po.
From the National Capital Region, we would like to acknowledge the ESSD Chief through Chief Crisanto Esija. We would also like to acknowledge our RPFP from the different regions in the Philippines, starting off partner with
With Region 1, we have PDO 4 Darius Nieto.
We would also like to acknowledge the Project Development Officer 4 from Regional Office of Region 2, our RPFP, Ferdinand Narciso.
We also have from Region 2, RPFP, we have SDS Alfredo Gumaro.
From Region 3, our RPFP, Project Development Officer for Gino Jeff Packing.
Let's give another round of applause, this time for PDO 4A Bernardo C. Pascual from the Region 4A.
Also partner from Region 4A, Calabarzon, our RPFP. EA, our Regional Director, Escobarte.
This time, let's move to Region 4B. We have the RPFP Project Development Officer 4, Ms. Liza Marie Victoria M. Dillena.
From Region 5, our RPFP Project Development Officer for Maria Christian G. Barroso.
Now acknowledging from Region 6, the RPFP Project Development Officer for Maria Cynthia B. Quejada.
From Region 7, RPFP Project Development Officer Berna Y. Isulan.
Joining Ma'am Berna, we have here Project Development Officer for Eden A. Dadap. Coming from the regional office,
Region 8, that's Region 8 partner. From Regional Office of Region 11, our RPFP, SEPS Jonas Fiore. From Region 12, our RPFP, Project Development Officer Ismael Norman Ngit Jr.
another Project Development Officer 4 by the presence of Adreline May J. Castanos. From Caraga.
From CAR, our RPFP, PAU Cyril Gay Miranda.
Another from CAR, we have Project Development Officer 4, May Claire Jimenez.
And from the National Capital Region, our RPFP, SEPS Gina L. Cruz.
From Region 8, this was mentioned a while ago. We'd like to acknowledge everyone, the RPFP and the ESD chief.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na.
We would also like to acknowledge our schools division superintendents from Region 4A, Calabarzon. Starting with Antipolo, SDS Christopher R. Diaz.
This time around, from the SDO of Bacoor City, we have Dr. Edita M. Atendido.
From SDO Binyan City, SDS Edna Faura Agustin.
And the SDS of Cavite Province, we have Dr. Romel C. Bautista.
From SDO General Trias, SDS Doris DJ Estalilia.
And from the SDO of Rizal, we have SDS Susan D.L. Oribiana.
SDO San Pablo, SDS Daisy Z. Miranda.
From SDO San Pedro, we have SDS Lourdes T. Bermudez.
Also with us today is the OIC SDS from Tanawan City, Rogelio F. Opulencia.
And joining with us, we have from SDO Tayabas, we have SDS Antonio P. Faustino Jr.
From SDO Calambas City, headed by the SDS Gurley M. Ilagan.
This time around, from the SDO of Santa Rosa City, we have SDS Manuela S. Tolentino.
From SDO Batangas, headed by the SDS Myrtle M. Everdome.
From SDO Laguna, we have SDS Marites A. Ibanez.
We would also like to acknowledge SDO Lucena, headed by SDS Hermogenes M. Panganiban.
From the SDO of Lipa City, we have OIC SDS Homer N. Mendoza. This time from Dasmariñas City, OIC SDS Raimundo M. Cantonojos. From SDO Batangas City, we have SDS Felizardo O. Bolanos.
We would of course like to acknowledge from the SDO Imus City, the host division to this National Brigada Eskwela Kick-off, our school's division superintendent, Dr. Rosemary Dime Torres.
We'd like to acknowledge from SDO Cavite City, headed by their SDS Edgardo Militante. From SDO Quezon, we have here SDS Elias Elikaya Jr. And from the SDO Cabuyao, we have SDS Herberto Miranda.
At this point, we would like to, since we had called partner the roster of our regional directors, we would like to give you the audio-visual presentation of the video messages of our regional directors. Roll VDR, please.
We cannot be separated in interest nor divided in purpose. We stand together until the end. I can relate to this quote from Woodrow T. Wilson, especially in helping our learners achieve to survive the best education that we in DepEd can provide. DepEd Region 6, the home of the champions, supports this year's Brigada Eskwela by engaging more partners and building linkages among its stakeholders. Every learner in Region 6 is a champion, an indigenous child, an ALS learner, and a child with special needs. Through the Brigada Eskwela, we ensure that their needs are adequately supported. As true champions, we shall continue cultivating the fertile grounds for the new breed of champions to survive and thrive.
Greetings from DepEd Cordillera. We gathered once more for this annual Brigada Eskwela Kick-off, as we are all aware that through Brigada Eskwela, We raise awareness and provide guidance to our schools and ensuring the safety and preparedness of our learners and equally our personnel before the opening of classes. On July 27, 2022, our region, along with nearby regions, have been devastated by a 7.0 magnitude earthquake. Our government buildings, roads, bridges, houses, schools, and other infrastructure system have been damaged and destroyed. Barely 4 months from now, we will be implementing the in-person classes where we must bring our children back in the schools. However, through this Brigada Eskwela, we do not have to fear and worry because together with our partners from the private and public sectors, the local government units, and the community as a whole, we will ensure safe learning facilities as we likewise promote the strengthening of disaster risk reduction in schools and our communities. While we focus on the preparedness of our schools, DepEdCar announces that it has just launched its Project Handog Kaywana. Handog stands for Hygienic and Opulent Restrooms for Girls, which aims to provide hygienic and comfortable toilets for girls, as this helps create physical environments that enhance their safety, dignity, and self-esteem. This project is in support to Sustainable Development Goal number 4, Target 4A specifically, building or upgrade education facilities that are child, disability, and gender sensitive and provide safe, non-violent, inclusive, and effective learning environments for all. This is just the start, and ultimately, Brigada Eskwela will not end here, for it is a whole year-round activity. As resilient Cordillerans, we hope to bring back the learners to school, which is safe. May our Brigada Eskwela efforts help raise well-educated members of the community who are ready to take responsibilities as contributing member of society. May all our efforts and accomplishments be exemplified in attaining the global education target of leaving no child behind. Mabuhay ang Brigada Eskwela! Mabuhay tayong lahat!
To our Honorable Vice President Secretary Sara Duterte, and to everyone, a pleasant day. The Department of Education, Region 7, Central Visayas, supports Brigada Eskwela and OBE 2022. This activity fosters strong partnerships and collaborations among stakeholders that will address challenges in our schools. So, with the 20 schools division offices, 4 provinces, Siquijor, Negros Oriental, Bohol, and Cebu, we are ready to conduct Brigada Eskwela 2022. So let's go! So long, Idokalidad. God bless us all.
As we prepare for the school year 2022-2023, DepEd Soc-Sargent Region strongly supports Brigada Eskwela. We are heeding the call of the Honorable Vice President and Secretary Sara Z. Duterte to reach all learners, improve the facilities, and get ready for the transition not just to a new but to a better normal, including the implementation of full face-to-face classes. All of these are possible through strong partnerships and the stakeholders' participation so that in the end, reach our goal of delivering quality basic education. In DepEd Region 12, we will see to it that we are always guided by our mantra, which is kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat.
Maupay na aga ha inyo nga tanan. The pandemic has left the biggest blow to economically struggling regions as it widens more the economic divide among the haves and the have-nots. However, it has never dampened the zeal of the people of Eastern Visayas. It has never broken our spirit. And as the regional director of this region, I, with my DepEd 8 family, commit to respond positively and support Vice President Sara Duterte's call to open our schools and offer in-person classes for all. And this year's Brigada Eskwela will be a powerful corroboration of our people's indomitable will to develop, pull through this pandemic, survive, and succeed.
DepEd Caraga strongly supports the call for Brigada Eskwela. Sisikapin namin na tugunan ang anumang hamon para sa ligtas na pagbabalik eskwela ng ating mga kabataan. Despite the difficult circumstances amidst the pandemic, which were exacerbated by the effects of Typhoon Odette, we rise up and help each other to ensure that learning continues in Caraga. Uban sa akong banay sa DepEd Caraga, mga partners ug stakeholders, kami magpabilin sa pagpaninguha ug pagpaningkamot para sa dekalidad nga edukasyon. Maradyaw, karadyaw. Brigada Eskwela.
Huli natin ipamalas na ang susi sa anumang paghahanda ay pagtutulungan. Kaya't halina't makisama sa brigada para sa ligtas na balik eskwela.
DepEd Member Operation manifests its strong and solid support to the conduct of this year's Brigada Eskwela tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. Congratulations to all our schools that have continuously nurtured their teachers, their classrooms and facilities even during the pandemic, and are now 100% ready to open their gates to millions of our learners as they go back to their second home this school year 2022-2023. We thank deeply our education partners, our stakeholders, our communities, most especially our parents, for supporting and embracing DepEd's Brigada Eskwela activities. This school year, let us start anew and endeavor to have a better education delivery, to have a better quality of education, to have a safe and healthy environment as we do our best in addressing the gaps that are holding us back in achieving our goals. As we move towards readiness of everyone for the 5-day in-person classes in all elementary and secondary schools of public and private, we also acknowledge and anticipate the happiness that this will bring to our pupils and students as they go back to their usual places inside the classroom. It will surely be a breath of fresh air for our learners to once again enjoy the comforts of a conducive learning environment in a normal classroom setup with their classmates and teachers. Let us all take part in this worthwhile undertaking and ensure a ligtas na balik eskwela. Thank you and God bless.
The whole of Zamboanga Peninsula is ever grateful for the many years of partnership with all our stakeholders who never gave up on us. Your faith in the department has made us stronger, and resilient in this time. We all believe that every challenge we experience is an opportunity for us to grow and level up in terms of delivery of services and improvement of our processes. We all experience difficulties and challenges as we continue to provide education to our learners. But we all believe the bayanihan system, the bayanihan spirit, lives within every heart of every Filipino. Hindi namin makakayanan, kami po sa kagawaran ay hindi namin makakayanan ang lahat ng ito kung hindi namin kaagapay kayo. Muli, hinihingi po namin ang inyong tulong at inyong patuloy na suporta sa pagharap natin sa panibagong hamon ng bagong academic year na ito. Nawa po ay huwag kayong mapagod sa pagbibigay ng suporta sa amin. Malakas po ang aming loob sapagkat kami naniniwala na habang kayo ay nandyan kaagapay namin, kaya nating itawid ang pagbibigay ng edukasyon sa bawat mag-aaral. We know we can do better for as long as we hold on to our faith and we hold on to our bayanihan spirit. Maraming salamat sa suporta na ipinagkakaloob nyo sa bawat mag-aaral, sa bawat guro at sa buong kagawaran. Muchas gracias. God bless everyone. Let the bayanihan spirit lives amidst pandemic. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Marhay na aga sa Indugabos. DepEd Region 5 stands together and supports the call for action of our esteemed Secretary Vice President Sara Z Duterte in the implementation of Brigada Eskwela and in ensuring for the smooth opening of classes for school year 2022-2023. We shall extensively engage and maximize cooperation with our partners, stakeholders and volunteers to support all our efforts in education to improve learning conditions, enhance teaching competence, and improve academic performance of our learners. With the DepEd Region 5 Learning Recovery and Continuity Plan, we shall close learning gaps and ensure that our learners become proficient readers and numerates. Diyos mabalos po sa Indugabos.
Mula dito sa amin sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon, Region 10, Samahan ng Mindanao, ang aming mainit na pagbati para sa lahat. Balik eskwela na naman mga ka-DepEd, at bilang bahagi ng ating paghahanda, ang Brigada Eskwela ay kailangan nating paigtingin upang matugunan ang mga pangangailangan ng bawat isa at masigurong ang mga paaralan at komunidad, lalong-lalo ng ating mga kaguruan at mag-aaral, ay handang-handa sa pagbabalik eskwela. And as we intensify our Brigada Eskwela initiatives, let us be guided by the core principles that the Office of Vice President Secretary Sara Duterte advocates: diligence, competence, and integrity. Altogether, we march and usher the success of the coming school year. Muli, kasama niyo kami sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon Region 10 upang pagtagumpayan ang Brigada Eskwela at ang edukasyon ng bawat mag-aaral. Marami pong salamat.
Thank you so much. We have witnessed the ABP coming from the Sama regional directors in the whole Philippines.
We would also like to acknowledge the spokesperson of the Department of Education, Director for Public Affairs Office, Attorney Michael Pova.
And this time, we will be entertained with an intermission number coming from, once again, the SDO Imus City Dance Troupe.
Oh, it's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful life. All right. Oh, it's a beautiful world. like you did before. I will tell you the truth, all you need is my love and my things to adore. Till your eyes and spirit lets you to see all the beautiful places and things that I made just for you and for me. Yeah. Go, 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 go. Let me see your hands in the air right now. Go, go, go. Hands up, hands up, get 'em up, get 'em up, hands up, hands up, get 'em up, get 'em up, hands up, hands up, get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up, hands up, get 'em up now. Oh, it's a beautiful world, it's a beautiful life. Make your move and make love till the sun shines. Let's go. It's a beautiful world, it's a beautiful life. Make your move and make love till the sun shines. Oh, it's a beautiful world, it's a beautiful life. Hey, oh yeah, it's a beautiful world, it's a beautiful life. Hey, oh yeah, Sasha Lopez, Tony T, Big Alley, New York City, baby.
Thank you very much. SDO Imus City Dance Troupe.
Sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong madla sabay na
And this time around, we're going to interview some of our regional directors, okay? And to share with us some of the best practices of Brigada Eskwela. Okay, let us have our director from Zamboanga. We have, where is our regional director, Ruth Fuentes. Ayun, madam. Ayan. So that's, Ma'am Ruth Fuentes can share with us. Here po, ma'am. Best practices of Brigada Eskwela in your particular region.
Well, aside
Palakpakan po muna natin our regional director, Madam Ruth Fuentes.
Nagulat ako bigla. Okay, anyway, ang brigada kasi hindi lang naman yan, it's about cleaning, about beautification, but finactor in din namin yung brigada pagbasa, kasabay din namin yan. So it's an activity that encompasses not just cleaning and preparation for the opening of classes, but it also includes the curriculum aspect. So kasama yan dun sa ginagawa namin to the whole of Zamboanga Peninsula. Thank you for this opportunity and may we have a meaningful day ahead of us.
Thank you so much. That was our Regional Director Ruth Fuentes. Okay, tama yung partner, no? Hindi lang talaga maintenance, kundi pati yung pagpapalawig ng kaalaman. ng
Literacy,
ating mga
partner,
kabataan.
literacy.
Yes.
Brigada Pagbasa has been in our department, in our Brigada Eskwela.
Yes, and let's have another regional director. This time around, yung malapit na malapit din talaga
Malapit
sa
sa ating
puso.
division, sa ating host city. Let's have the National Capital Region. Headed by our regional director na miss natin ito.
Yes, napare-react tuloy talaga si Director Cabral. Palakpakan po natin, Director Wilfredo Cabral.
Part of the initiatives in respect to opening of classes and part of the Brigada Eskwela is the simultaneous conduct of establishing the OBE right at the very first day of enrollment. And summer reading camp has been part of the initiative as well. So this is not just about physical structure, but really allowing learners to gear up for the next school year.
Thank you so much, our Wilfredo Cabral, our regional director from NCR.
Yeah, really, partner. It's more than the physical structure of our
Yes,
institution.
it's really helping out our children, our learners, gearing up towards the new, the promoted level. Ayan, thank you so much.
Really, the tugon sa hamon ng pagbabalik natin, ano?
Oo, talagang tugon sa hamon. Kasi this particular school year is really a challenging part. Kasi ito yung ating bridging gaps. Ayan. So let's have another regional director. Okay, let's have another regional director this time. Let's call on. Is our regional director, Carlito Rocafort, in the house? Okay, so let's have another one. From the...
Why not call our regional Region 1?
Tol,
Yes, Region 1.
I know Sir, this is our regional director, Tolentino Aquino. Also, malapit sa ating puso itong si Regional Director Tolentino. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Best
good
practices of
morning.
Brigada. Good
Good
morning,
morning,
po.
sir.
For Region 1, we started with sealing our partnership with our local government because we believe that our local government, our local chief executives are our potent partner in our Brigada Eskwela. Thank you.
Thank you so much. True indeed, ano po, that our LGUs are really partners po in the implementation of our Brigada Eskwela. Without their
Strengthening
help,
partnerships.
mahirap. Talaga.
Alright.
Thank you so much. So as a recap, okay, from our regional directors, they have mentioned that we also have to gear up, no, with regards to the learners.
Partnerships more than the institutions, cleanliness,
more than
literacy.
cleaning, okay? It is more on the learners, ayan. And then we also have to focus on partnership. And also, ang sinabi naman ni Sir Cabral, yun nga, lahat na lang ay dapat nakafocus sa literacy. Ayan, thank you so
Yes.
much for sharing with us. Palakpakan po muli natin ang ating mga regional directors with their best practices in their particular regions. And this time around, let's have another intermission number, okay? This time from the master teacher of Bayan Luma 2 Elementary School.
A
Let's
school from the host division partner.
Yes, this time from SDO Imus City again. Let's have
Mr. Ray Idul.
Palakpakan po natin siya. Okay, so Sir Idul is one of the members of our quintet version 2. Sir Idul, ikaw, would you like to join us? While we're waiting for your particular music to be played. Ayan. So, Sir Idul, ikaw naman, kanina napakinggan natin yung sa side ng mga regional directors, yung paghahanda sa Brigada Eskwela.
Later na natin daw tatanungin si Sir Ray kasi okay na.
Okay na,
Ganyan
okay.
kabilis ang ating tag team.
Ayan, so palakpakan
this
po natin
kickoff.
ngayon. Muli.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Sir Ray Idul.
I think I finally know you, can see beyond your smile. I think that I can show you that what we have still worthwhile. Don't you know that love just like a thread that keeps on unraveling, but then ties us back together at the end. In your eyes, I can see my dreams' reflections. In your eyes, I found the answers to my questions. In your eyes, I can see the reasons why love's alive. In your eyes, we're drifting safely back to shore. And I think I finally learned to love you more. You warned me that life changes and that no one really knows whether time would make us strangers or whether time would make us grow. Even though the winds of time will change in a world where nothing stays the same, through it all our love will still remain. In your eyes, I can see my dreams reflected. In your eyes, answers to my questions. In your eyes, I can see the reasons why our love's alive. In your eyes, we're drifting safely back to shore. And I think I finally learned to love you more. In your eyes, I can see the reasons why our love's alive. You and I, we're drifting safely back to shore. And I think I finally learned to love you more.
Very much once again, Sir Ray Idol of Bayan Luma 2 Elementary School.
Ayan, and as we continue, no, nabanggit natin kanina, yung Brigada Eskwela, narinig natin mula sa side ng ating mga regional directors from the
Yes.
top management. Ngayon, bilang mga guro naman, ano nga ba yung paghahanda natin dito sa Brigada Eskwela na ito? Sa inyo?
It's our POV this time after ng ating mga regional directors. Actually, partner, bago pa man talaga magsimula yung ating kick-off, the teachers had been in school as instructed by the department na makag-report na. And
Yes.
being in the field, I see how these teachers are preparing for the classroom. Imagine 2 years ang lumipas and these teachers, the schools, although nandun ang mga teachers to report, talagang iba yun ngayon because we see the repainting, muling nakahawak ng mga walis.
Yes, sabi nga nandito na tayo sa exciting part.
Papunta pa lang sa
Yes,
exciting part.
papunta na
But
tayo
this-
sa exciting part. And kasi finally, hindi na tayo progressive Talagang
Yes.
pagdating ng come November ay talaga namang
Full.
100% na. And that's what we are waiting for talaga, partner. no?
Yes. Na-miss natin itong lahat. Katulad nga ng sinabi natin earlier. No? We missed this time. Talagang for 2 years, although tuloy-tuloy naman ang Brigada Eskwela, but morely focusing on literacy and Brigada Pagbasa. This time, we see these teachers moving. We see the strong partnership of our community this time na bumalik na mag-repaint, ayusin ang mga silya.
Oo, totoo yan. At talagang iba yung ngiti ng mga bata nang sinabing pasukan na. At this time, physical talaga.
Yes, more than the ngiti ng bata, partner, yung ngiti ng mga magulang.
Ay, oo.
Yes, di ba?
Totoo yan. And talaga namang sila ay naging strong partner natin.
Yes, of course.
Yung
Definitely.
brigada pagdating sa literacy, talaga ang mga magulang, saludo po kami sa inyo.
And
Thank
in
you
fact,
so much.
yung mga donations na talaga naman natin ang gagaling sa mga magulang natin, our Parent Teachers Association, who see ano yung mga kailangan talaga ng isang school pagdating sa pagbibigay ng patuloy na education services sa ating
Yes, and
kagawaran.
also our partners, the stakeholders, no, yung mga nabanggit natin kanina, yung mga kumpanya talagang hindi tumitigil sa pagtulong sa ating kagawaran.
Okay. And
At,
take note, partner, first batch pa lang yun. Later, after our program, we will be giving you another set of our external stakeholders who shared and become so generous in helping us this Brigada Eskwela this year.
Yes, oo. Talaga namang ganito pala ang pakiramdam pag ikaw ang mag-host ng isang national launching ng Brigada. Talagang overwhelming ang mga support coming from our stakeholders. Salamat po talaga.
And finally, meeting our regional directors in ARDs and the SDSS and ASDSS, talaga namang very overwhelming ang support natin, partner?
Yes, thank you
Na
so much
nakukuha.
po for being with us po. Ayan. At maya-maya lamang po makakasama na natin ang ating Vice President ng Republika ng Pilipinas. And
First time, partner, to see her
yes,
disclose?
Yes, first time to see this close. Kaya natutuwa nga ako, partner, meron naman. Okay. So we will also you will also be given time po for the photo opportunity with our Vice President later on. We will follow a particular list of guests. Ayan. And also with the stakeholders naman po, they will be joining also our BP with the photo opportunity and the formal ceremony of the turnover po ng mga donations. Maya-maya din po yan. Ayan. So, tingin ko ay lahat naman tayo, no? Yung paghahanda natin. Sapagkat ganito naman talaga pag tayo ay nagbibrigada. Yung puso natin talaga ay nandito sa ganitong gawain. Pero syempre iba dahil isang napakalaking opportunity at privilege talaga na mapili bilang host, okay? Ang Region 4A bilang host region at ang SDO Imus City bilang host division ng National Brigada Kick-off.
Both pride and honor, partner. Partner, speaking of pride and honor, we would like, of course, to acknowledge ang ating mga viewers sa DepEd Philippines who are viewing right now the kick-off of this National Brigada Eskwela. At this time, we have 15,000 viewers and
Wow.
welcome. Hello po sa inyong lahat.
Yes, this National Brigada ay talaga namang nationwide ito. So, thank you so much for tuning with us.
And
Ayan.
maybe during the main event, partner, talagang continuously madadagdagan pa ang ating viewers sa DepEd Philippines. Witnessing, of course, our National Brigada Eskwela Kick-off.
Yes, simula pa nga lang itong araw na ito. Ayan. At bibigyan lamang po namin kayo, no, what we have concluded a while ago is just the first part of the program. Meron po tayong tatlong bahagi. The second part is our formal ceremony. of
Our main
course.
event, actually.
Yes, the main event with our Vice President. And then also with the photo op sa atin po, kasama po kayo, and also with the stakeholders. And the third part is our
Post-program, partner, where we will continue the rest of the program, continue looking and witnessing the support coming from our stakeholders, especially our field offices
Yes.
sa ating
The
kagawaran.
excitement is just rising. Talagang pataas na ng pataas.
And just like what we had done earlier, Ma'am Marlene, we will continue interviewing our participants regarding their preparations and maybe best practices para naman ma-benchmark ng ating mga kasamang naririto.
Oo. So, sino naman ngayon ang ating i-interviewin? Mga SDSS naman siguro, no?
Yes, partner.
Okay.
Probably on their viewpoint this time.
Yes. So, tingnan natin. Ang ating mga SDSS, nakatungo sila, partner. Teka. Okay. So, ang ating SDS, let's call...
Maybe we will be requesting another microphone for the purpose of
Yes.
interview. Oo. Sige,
Pasensya
partner,
na
hanap
po
lang
kayo.
tayo.
May mga kilala po talaga akong SDS dito kasi mga naging kapamilya po namin siya. Si Ma'am Daisy Miranda po. Kilala ko po si Ma'am Daisy. Hello po. Good morning po. Would you like to share po some of your best practices sa brigada? Okay. Can we have another microphone? Ayan.
Here, partner.
Palakpakan po natin. SDS Daisy Miranda.
Good morning po. Sa San Pablo, yung aming stakeholders engagement ay pinalakas namin. At yung lalo na yung mga organization, club organization, marami silang tinutulong during Brigada Eskwela. And of course, pati na rin yung support ng lahat ng school head para ang Brigada Eskwela ay maging maayos sa San Pablo.
Ayan, maraming salamat po from San Pablo City. We have SDS Daisy Miranda. Ayan, sharing with us na talaga naman pong tulong-tulong. Hindi lamang mula sa top management, kundi pati mga paaralan, ang mga puno ng mga paaralan, and mga clubs daw na banggit din ni Ma'am Daisy. Okay, let's have another one. Okay, another SDS. Okay. Opo, SDS of Antipolo City, we have, asan po siya?
Sir Christopher Diaz. Ayan.
Ayun.
Siyempre, we will also get the...
Sir Christopher Diaz of Antipolo City, palakpakan po natin.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning po. In Antipolo City, the Brigada Eskwela serves as an avenue for us to strengthen our partnerships with parents, with institutional partners, and other stakeholders. And at the same time, we also ask support for our banner reading program, which is also anchored on reading, and that is creating a city of readers. So we rallied everyone for this purpose. That's our practice right now.
Thank you so much. So partner pa rin, ano, yung partnership ng ating stakeholders at of course yung literacy hindi nawawala with the reading program of our SDS from Antipolo City. Ayan, si Sir Christopher.
Tama naman kasi talaga, partner, it's not just the institution. Ano, hindi lang yung ating mismong building ang ating palalakasin. Most of course, the literacy of our learners.
Kasi sabi nga, laging para sa bata. Ayan.
Yes. At katulad nga din ng ating tema, ano, tugon sa hamon kasi ng ligtas na balik-aral.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na.
Again, we are reminded with regards to our protocol, especially po yung ating camera with the use of flash. Hindi po ito maaari. Ano, in just a while ay makakasama na po natin ang ating VP.
We are discouraging flash photography because it can disrupt our program.
And you are also asked to remain seated po as we are not allowed or discouraged to move around. Okay?
At baka pwede pang balikan, partner, ang kanilang mga mobile phones. Please have them in silent or vibrate mode. And also, we would like to remind once again with our safety, health, and security protocols, let's maintain a social distance. Let's follow the minimum health protocols prescribed by our Department of Health. And once again, we are reminding you that if you feel sick, please approach the medical team just adjacent to the hall entrance for your health care. We, the entire technical working group of this program, is tested negative to antigen test and are all fully vaccinated. Although they were not allowed to stand, partner, the comfort rooms after the program are situated inside the venue at the back of your seats. Eating and bringing of food, of course, is discouraged for the duration of the event. And once again, we are reminding everyone to always stay on your seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines and the Secretary of the Department of Education, VP Sara Z Duterte.
We are inviting everyone to remain standing and sing the Philippine National Anthem, to be led by Michael Angelo C. Maleriado, Teachers Got Talent 2017 National Champion and the most outstanding teacher broadcaster in EPP, TLE, ALS, and Awards of Excellence for DepEd TV Awards 2022. A prayer with Miss Rachel Esco, Master Teacher of Malagasang 2 Elementary School, together with Dr. Mohadis S. Malang, Head Teacher 3, and Dr. Rosemary D. Torres, Schools Division Superintendent of Imus City, Host Division. This will be followed by the singing of the Calabarzon March and Imus Hymn via audio-visual presentation. Let us have a moment of silence for these patriotic and spiritual ceremonies.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang binamahal. Ang kislap ng watawad mo'y tagumpay na nagdinigding, ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Huwag kang mangamba, hindi ka nag-iisa. Sasamahan kita saan man magpunta. Ika'y mahal ka sa aking mga mata, minamahal kita.
Opo, Panginoon, minamahal kita, minamahal ka namin, pinupuri at sinasamba. Tunay po na hindi kami nag-iisa dahil laging nandyan ka. Maraming salamat po sa biyaya ng buhay, sa oportunidad na makapaglingkod at sa araw na ito na ipinagkaloob mo sa bawat isa sa amin kung kailan kami ay nakakaisa sa natatanging gawaing ito.
Tinawag kita sa iyong pangalan. Ikaw ay akin magpakailanman. Ako ang Panginoon mo at Diyos, tagapagligtas mo at tagatubos.
Panginoon, itinataas po namin ang makabuluhang programang ito, ang pambansang Brigada Eskwela Kick-off. Gabayan at samahan mo po kami. Itinataas din po namin ang aming mga tagapagsalita sa pangunguna ng aming pong kalihim at pangalawang Pangulo, iginagalang Sara Duterte. Bigyan mo po sila ng sapat na karunungan upang matagumpay nilang mapukaw ang mga damdamin at mapagyaman ang kaalaman ng mga kasama naming edukador. Hingil po sa kahalagahan ng pagtutulungan, bayanihan at pagkakaisa na siyang layunin ng Brigada Eskwela. Naway ang mga kaalamang ito ay magpaalab sa aming mga puso na magbigay inspirasyon na maglingkod gamit ang puso. mamuno na may determinasyong isulong kung ano ang tama tungo sa matagumpay na pagbubukas ng mga paaralan at pagkakaroon ng magandang kinabukasan ng aming mga mag-aaral.
Mangamba, di ka na isa. Sasamahan kita saan man magpunta. Ika'y mahalaga sa aking mga mata. Minamahal
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Tunay po na ang bawat isa sa amin ay pinagpala at hinirang mo upang gampanan ang natatanging tungkulin na mamuno maging kaagapay mo na isulong kung ano ang tama, maglingkod ng tapat, sapat at karapat-dapat para sa kapakanan at kabutihan ng lahat. Opo, Panginoon, hindi kami dapat mangamba dahil hindi kami mag-iisa. Sasamahan mo po kami sa lahat ng aming laban. Wala po kaming magagawa kung wala ka. Kaya bahala na po kayo sa amin.
mangamba.
Amen.
Sa timog Katagalugan, sumimulang bagong pangalan. Ang
mahal kong bayan, sulong sa kaunlaran. Dito'y payapa at masagana, kay ganda ng kapaligiran. Ang Imus mutiyang minamahal, may ningning pag-ibig at dangal, ugad ng lahi, sakdal kagitingan, inang bayani, may kadakilaan, tigib sa puso, pag-asa't kalayaan, kapuri-puri, Imus ating bayan. Ang Imus, mahal kong bayan, sulong sa kaunlaran. Dito'y payapa at masagana, kay ganda ng kapaligiran. Ang Imus matiyang minamahal, may ningning pag-ibig at dangal, ugad ng lahi, sakdal kagitingan, inang bayani, may kadakilaan, tigib sa puso, pag-asa't kalayaan, kapuri-puri, Imus ating bayan. Anong ligaya ang dito'y silang, kapuri-puri, Imus aking bayan. Kapuri-puri, Imus aking bayan.
You may now take your seats.
Live from Imus Pilot Elementary School PTA Building, City of Imus, Region 4A, Calabarzon. This is the 2022 National Brigada Eskwela Kick-off. Tugon sa hamon
Nang ligtas na balik-aral.
To welcome us in a message of greetings, we would like to invite the Assistant Secretary for Field Operations, ASEC Francis Cesar B. Bringas, CESO 5, for the welcome remarks.
Thank you. Thank you. To our Vice President and Secretary of the Department of Education, Sara Inday Duterte, our Undersecretary for External Partnerships, Undersecretary Gerard Chan, the Undersecretary for Field Governance and Field Operations, Undersecretary Rebsi Escobedo, of course, our Mayor of the City of Imus, Mayor A.A. Advincula, and the Vice Governor of Cavite, Vice Governor Tina, the Director of the PAS, and the official spokesperson of the Department of Education, Attorney Poa, and the Director of the EPS, Director Edel Carag. A pleasant morning, everyone. In behalf of the new Regional Director of Region 4A Calabarzon, because originally we were supposed to turn over you have a turnover later this afternoon, but because of some unforeseen events, we had to do it very early at 7 a.m. this morning. So I am saying on behalf of the new Regional Director of Region 4A Calabarzon and the 22 schools division superintendents of DepEd Calabarzon, I would like to express our honor and privilege of hosting the national kick-off of the Brigada Eskwela 2022, originally slated in the Cordillera Administrative Region in Baguio City. So, our apologies to Director Estela, kasi kami na yung may honor of hosting the new Secretary of Education in the first ever national event of the Department of Education. But being a fellow Cordilleran, I am sharing this honor with you, of course. So, 5 days ago, we had a meeting with the Vice President and Secretary, and because of the earthquake in Cordillera and in Abra in particular, she said, Region 4A, can you save our lives? And, well, I was in shock at that moment because that is the day that there was an earthquake in my home province in Abra. So, but immediately I said, of course, Secretary, we will save your lives. So that is why we mobilize all our schools division superintendents, particularly the superintendent of Imus City, to host this very important event. With only a few instructions, sabi ko lang, let us seal this with a kiss. Keep it short and safe. Keep it sweet and significant. That is why this is the way we hosted this very important event. I have a dream that the Brigada Eskwela and the entire school year of 2022-2023 is going to be successful, and I dream that our return to the schools will be safe. Last night, I dreamt that that dream came true. I know that you also have the same dreams, so I wish you all sweet dreams tonight. Good morning, everyone.
Thank you very much, ASEC Francis Cesar Bringas. To inspire us in another words of welcome, we would like to invite the City Mayor of Imus, the host city from Region 4A, Honorable Alex Actionagad, AAL Advincula. Sa kanya, angat na angat ang Imus!
Thank you. Her Excellency, Vice President of Republic of the Philippines, and Secretary of Department of Education, Ma'am Inday Sara Duterte, sa ating pong Yusek Epimaco Densing, kay Yusek Gerald Chan, kay Yusek Rebsi Escobedo, sir, sa lahat po ng Regional Director ng Calabarzon at buong Pilipinas. Siyempre, ang aming bagong Regional Director, DepEd Attorney Albert Escoban. Sir, welcome po sa 4A. Of course, sa aking kaibigan, ang Acting Governor ng Lalawigan ng Cavite, Vice Governor Atina Tolentino. Sa lahat po ng Calabarzon SDS na nandito, ASDS at ang Technical Working Group na talagang nanguna para magkaroon ng katuparan ng kick-off na to. Sa lahat po ng DepEd family, sa lahat po ng mga negosyanteng sumusuporta sa DepEd, at ang ating kaibigan, si Margo Torres ng ating McDonald's Philippines, palakpakan din ho natin. Sa aming napakasipag na SDS, Dr. Rosemary Torres at sa kanyang ASDS, palakpakan ho natin sila. Sa lahat po ng bisita ngayong umagang ito, isang mainit na pagtanggap po sa aming lungsod, sa lungsod ng Imus. Kami po ay nabigla nung po kami ang mag-host ng kick-off dito sa ating lungsod. Pero pagpasensyahan nyo na ho at medyo maiksi ho yung panahon, kung ano man po yung pagkukulang, ay kayo na ho kami po ay humihingi ng inyong pasensya. Muli po, maraming salamat at kami po sa pamunuan ng lungsod ng Imus ay 100 suportado ang DepEd family dito sa aming lungsod. At umasa ho kayo na Patuloy tayong magtutulungan para mapaganda natin ang quality ng edukasyon. Hindi lamang dito sa aming lungsod, maging sa ating bansa. Muli po, maraming salamat sa pag-host ng National Kick-off ng Brigada Eskwela sa ating bansa. Magandang umaga, mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Honorable City Mayor Alex A.A.L. Advincula.
On behalf of the provincial government of Cavite, headed by Honorable Juanito Victor C. Remulla Jr., we would like to invite the Vice Governor of Cavite, Honorable Atino Brianna D. Tolentino, for the message.
Hello? Hello? As we kick off the 2022 Brigada Eskwela, we are very grateful for the presence of our Vice President and the concurrent Department of Education Secretary, Her Excellency Sara Z. Duterte. Maayong buntag po. Welcome to Cavite. I would also like to acknowledge USEC Rev C. Escobedo, USEC Jared L. Chan, ASEC Francis Cesar Bringas, Attorney Alberto Escobarte, Dr. Adele B. Carag, Dr. Rosemary Torres, Calabarzon SDS, ASDS, school heads, principal, technical working groups, and of course, our Mayor, Honorable Alex Advincula. Isang mapagpalang umaga po sa atin lahat. On behalf of our Governor, John Vic Remulla, and our fellow Caviteños, we are honored to kickstart the new school year with a continuous support and collaboration from the national government and the Department of Education. Together with the helping hand of our teachers and institutional members, may we continue to guide today's youth towards achieving their dreams for themselves and the country. With the resumption of face-to-face classes, let us continue to work together to ensure that our teachers, students, and personnel's health, safety, and welfare remain paramount. Tayo po ay makiisa para suportahan ang mga programa at adikain para masigurado natin ang kaligtasan at kalusugan ng ating mga mag-aaral. Sama-sama po tayong tutugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. Gaya nga po ng kasabihan, ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. Again, on behalf of our Governor, John Vic Remulla, and the provincial government of Cavite, daghang salamat po. And to the donors, stakeholders, partners, and administrative secretaries, maraming salamat po sa walang sawang pagsuporta sa ating mga mag-aaral. Congratulations on this successful National Brigada Eskwela Kick-off. At mabuhay po tayong lahat. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vice Governor Athena Tolentino. To present the 2021 Brigada Eskwela Partnership Accomplishments and Directions, we would like to invite the Undersecretary for Legislative Affairs and International Cooperation Office, Honorable Gerard L. Chan Sesawan.
Vice President and Secretary of Education, Her Excellency Sara Duterte, members of the Department's Executive Committee, USEC Rev C. Escobedo, and Assistant Secretary Francis Cesar Bringas, Vice Governor of the Province of Cavite, Athena Brianna Tolentino, Governor of the Province of Quirino and National President of the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, Dakila Carlo Cua, Mayor of Imus City, Alex Advincula, our host region, DepEd Calabarzon, headed by Regional Director Attorney Bert Escobarte, and ARD Cherilu Rabia, Regional Directors, Bureau and Service Directors, ESSD Chiefs, Regional Partners, and Focal Persons, School Division Superintendents, and Assistant School Division Superintendents, our partners from the private and government sectors, To everyone present here today and who are watching live through the DepEd Philippines Facebook page, a pleasant morning to all. As we formally open school year 2022 to 2023 on the 22nd of August 2022, the Department of Education National Brigada Eskwela Kick-off is a response to the call for ready and safe schools. It also marks the start of our collaborative efforts to prepare for the opening of our schools. The department has engaged education stakeholders who will help create a safe learning environment for the learners, the teaching and non-teaching personnel, and the community during the implementation of the in-person classes. We would like to take this opportunity to thank our stakeholders, partners, and volunteers. We would not be able to achieve our mission without your generous support and assistance. As we look forward to the coming school year with hope and anticipation, it pays to look back at the school year that was. It is my honor to present the 2021 Brigada Eskwela Partnership Accomplishment Report, as well as an overview of the 2022 Brigada Eskwela program. At the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, Brigada Eskwela served as the vehicle for engaging partners and securing investments for education. While the conduct of the 2021 Brigada Eskwela departed from the usual activities focusing on school repair and maintenance, last year's Brigada Eskwela program has nevertheless opened opportunities to strengthen partnership engagements and collaborations to ensure preparedness of teachers, learners, and parents for the start of the new school year. The 2021 Brigada Eskwela program has generated additional resources for the department in terms of improvement of facilities, Wash in Schools program, information campaign, and educational advocacies, including interventions for COVID-19 response. I am happy to report that for the past 5 years, the department has generated a total of 35.17 billion pesos worth of donations in kind and in volunteer man-hours. This is the value of Brigada Eskwela's implementation at the school level. We commend the hard work and dedication of our schools, education stakeholders, and partners for this momentous achievement. For 2022, Brigada Eskwela adopts the theme, Brigada Eskwela, tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. We will highlight the country's collective efforts from various partnership engagements, both in the local and national levels, in addressing learning gaps and in creating a safe learning environment for our learners, teaching and non-teaching personnel, and the community for the achievement of quality basic education. This year's theme will also serve as our guide as we undertake new efforts and adopt new strategies in addressing the challenges we will encounter as we implement in-person classes in November of this year. This year's Brigada Eskwela program is composed of the following components. First, the Brigada Eskwela sa paghahanda. This consists of school maintenance and minor to medium repair activities to prepare schools in time for the opening of in-person classes. Second, the Brigada Eskwela Plus. This consists of a year-round partnership activities focusing on community-led efforts to improve learner participation and reduce dropouts, improve learner performance, and support the department's existing programs and projects to ensure school safety and preparedness. These include the Home Learning Spaces program, the Wash in School program, and the Gulayan sa Paaralan program, as well as other advocacy programs on health awareness. Third is the Brigada Pagbasa. This is an after-school reading remediation program in response to the Hamon, Bawat Bata Bumabasa, or the 3Bs initiative. The Brigada Pagbasa aims to make every learner a reader by engaging partners and stakeholders in promoting a culture of reading. The 2022 Brigada Eskwela shall focus on the following. First, To implement the school's maintenance and repair activities, which include addressing the immediate needs of schools during disasters or calamities and bridging resource gaps in the gradual transition to in-person classes. These activities shall continue as a year-round initiative under the Brigada Eskwela Plus. Second, to strengthen engagements with partners and stakeholders to complement the department's efforts to ensure quality basic education. Third, to increase students' participation rate, reduce dropouts, and help improve learning for both learners and the community under the Brigada Eskwela Plus. And finally, to create a network of community-based organizations and to solicit total community commitment for collaborative programs and projects, including the Brigada Pagbasa and other partnerships, programs, and projects. Here on the screen is the schedule of the Brigada Eskwela activities for 2022. A new administration ushers in new opportunities for partnerships and collaboration in the education sector. This new administration shall take the lead in deepening our ties with our existing partners and in generating new ideas, programs, projects, activities, and avenues for collaboration, as the department strives to fulfill the commitment to provide each and every learner free access to quality basic education. 6 years from now, when we see each other again for the kick-off of Brigada Eskwela 2028, we are confident that we will be able to present to you a significantly higher, if not double, the current value of investments generated from various partnerships, as well as a portfolio of diverse and robust partnership programs which may be continued and sustained even beyond this administration. The department cannot do this alone. We need the support and commitment of each and every teacher, non-teaching personnel, private and government partner, community, stakeholder, and volunteer to make this vision a reality. Makiisa po tayong lahat para sa Brigada Eskwela. Makiisa po tayong lahat para sa tunay na pagbabago. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Honorable Gerard Chan. This time to showcase Filipino singing talents, the Brigada Eskwela Way, we are honored to give you an intermission number coming from the SDO Quintet version 2 with Brigido Andal Jr., Teacher 3 of Bukandala ES for the accompaniment.
Tulong
version 2 for the collaboration of songs with lyrics inspired by Brigada Eskwela. At this juncture, to hear a call to action, let us welcome our guest of honor and keynote speaker, the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines and the Secretary of the Department of Education, VP Sara Z. Duterte.
Thank you. Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum. Madayaw ug maayong buntag kaninyong tanan. Magandang umaga sa inyo lahat. Let me first acknowledge the men and women of the Department of Education behind this significant event today, an event that we must admit is causing both excitement and a little bit of uneasiness or anxiety to some of our teachers, some parents, and maybe to some of our learners. Excitement because Brigada Eskwela activities all over the country always highlight the communal efforts of all education stakeholders to prepare our school for our learners. We would see parents who are excited, willing, and happy to extend any help they could to ensure that our schools are ready to receive our learners from day one of the opening of classes and onwards to the school year. The collaboration between the parents, the teachers, local governments, and the entire community on Brigada Eskwela opens deeper and meaningful collaborations even until after the school year closes. Uneasiness or anxiety because of the peculiarity of our time now. We continue to face the threats of the COVID-19 pandemic, along with many other unexpected challenges that hamper our daily progress for our learners. Monkeypox, baha, bagyo, earthquake, all of that will come. What is important is that we have the determination to succeed in our mission. We are all set to open our schools all over the country 22 days from now. To address the valid concerns over COVID-19 transmission, we have laid down measures that will serve as our guide to prevent our children from contracting the virus. As I continually to call on our teaching and non-teaching unvaccinated Department of Education personnel to go to counseling and reconsider your decision about vaccination. Meanwhile, only last week, the province of Abra and other areas of northern Luzon were jolted by a powerful earthquake that affected more than 9,000 schools. The assessment conducted by the Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Service showed that the government would need 1.4 billion for the repair of 451 classrooms destroyed by the earthquake and the other 706 classrooms that sustained damage. 2 weeks ago, I also visited Clarin National School of Fisheries in Bohol and saw the traces of the destruction of Typhoon Odette that ravaged the island. But Typhoon Odette also destroyed many schools, not only in the Visayas, but also in Mindanao. We all know these problems and the other problems and challenges that the Department of Education and its partners are facing year in and year out. As mentioned by ASEC Bringas, we were in a meeting last week and
I was telling our USECs and ASECs that we are in a quicksand. Hindi pa nga natin naayos at natapos ang destruction ng isang kalamidad, dumating na naman ang isa pang kalamidad. And we need more than 18 billion, excluding the 1.4 billion of damages from the Abra earthquake, to get ourselves out of the quicksand of this year and last year. It does not include the things or the repairs that we have to do from 2016. But I am confident and I am optimistic that the Department of Education will overcome. And we will overcome with the support of our national government and the administration of President Bongbong Marcos. What DepEd Calabarzon did is an example of how we will be determined and resilient in the face of adversity. As mentioned earlier, there was really no notice about our program this morning here in Imus. But we are here, we were able to do our program. And the difference between possible and impossible is our determination to overcome all challenges to succeed. The past administration has left us with a roadmap to look into and guide our steps to ensure that our target to deliver basic education to our learners becomes a success. With the national government supporting DepEd with the Basic Education Development Plan 2030 serving as our guide, the success of the department's plans and programs shall now be completed by undying love for the profession of teaching Filipino children, the future of our nation. That we are gathering here today to pilot Brigada Eskwela all over the country with your presence here. It is truly inspiring, and I hope that the energy that you are showing today will create waves and waves of the same energy and will reach even the farthest public school in the Philippines. And even if you don't feel that energy, you get up every morning and psych yourself to feel and to do everything with passion and energy and enthusiasm to succeed. Ngayon pa lang ay nagpapasalamat na ako sa inyo at sa libo-libong mga kawani ng DepEd sa buong bansa, sa mga magulang ng ating mga mag-aaral at mga partner organizations and local governments. We thank here today the provincial government of the province of Cavite, represented by Vice Governor Tolentino, and the city of Imus, represented by Mayor Advincula. Maraming salamat po sa pagtanggap ninyo sa amin dito sa probinsya ng Cavite. Dahil sa inyong pagsusumikap, suporta at pagmamahal sa bayan, kaya magiging matagumpay ang pagbubukas natin ng bagong school year at pagpapatupad natin ng mga proyekto at programa sa DepEd. Isa na dyan ang in-person learning para sa ating mga anak. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat na bumubuo ng Imus Pilot Elementary School at sa ating DepEd Schools Division Office sa pamumuno ni Dr. Rosemary Torres, sa ating mga bisita na SDS at ASDS at USECs and ASECs. Opisyal na bahagi kayo ng ating kolektibong pagsusumikap na matupad natin ang mga pangarap ng mga kabataang Pilipino at matupad natin ang ating mga pangarap para sa ating bansa. Patuloy natin na mahalin ang Pilipinas. Magandang umaga. Daghang salamat. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat.
Thank you very much. VP-Secretary Sara Z.
To acknowledge our participants who witnessed our kick-off. We would like to invite them for the photo opportunity on stage according to our list. Starting with our personalities, of course, already on stage.
We would like to request the first batch of our personalities to prepare for the next photo opportunity. We would like to request ASEC Amanda N. Santiago, ASEC GHS Ambat, Director Edel Carag, Director Margarita Ballesteros, Director Ethel Valenzuela, Director Michael Powa, Tolentino G. Aquino, Benjamin D. Paragas, May B. Eclar, Alberto Escobarte, and Cherry Lurepia to be on stage for the photo opportunity.
We will be announcing the second batch of the personalities to be photo of. Please line up. We have Nicolas T. Capulong, Cesar Fry, Bronel Alfermo, Pedro T. Escobar Jr., Dr. Salustiano T. Jimenez, Evelyn R. Petalvero, Ruth L. Fuentes, Arturo P. Bayocot, Maria Ines Asuncion, Carlito D. Rocafort, Maria Gemma M. Ledesma, Estela L. Carino. Please position yourselves downstage. Thank you. For our batch 3,
we are requesting Florante Vergara, Wilfredo E. Cabral, Sara Casuga, Joselito Narag, Sammy Sampang, Eduarda Zapanta, Esmeraldo Lalo, Rosemary Guido, Romeo Daligdig, Myron Mil Talosi, and Warlito E. Huwa.
Bigisin lakas at diwa, para nabigada na eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama, brigada,
for our batch 4, please position yourselves downstage. We have Napoleon J. Guillo, Bernabe L. Linog, Edgar H. Madlaing, Crisanto Ezima, Darius Nieto, Ferdinand C. Narciso, Alfredo Gumaru, Nino Jeff King, Bernardo C. Pascual, EA of R.D. Escobarte, Liza Marie Victoria M. Dilenia.
magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang
Announcing batch 5 of our personalities for photo opportunity, Maria Cristina Barroso, Maria Lira Silvia Quejada, Berna Isula, Eden Dada, Jonas Fiore, Ismael Noman Mitnir, Adrian May Castanos, Cyril Gay Miranda, May Claire Jimenez, and Gina L. Cruz. We would like to request SDS Rosemary Torres to join this batch. SDO Rosemary Torres.
Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon, sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, bigisin lakas at diwa.
At this point, we would like to request our Vice President and Secretary VP Sara Duterte to receive the donations from our partners. We are also requesting Undersecretary Gerald L. Chan Sesowan and Assistant Secretary Francis Cesar Bringas Sesofide.
Enjoy the turnover of donations and photo opportunity with our partners outside this hall. We are requesting everyone to remain in their seats as we continue with our program. The rest of the personalities on stage may also join the official ceremony outside the hall with our VP Sara Z. Duterte.
With the meet and greet with partners, donation turnover, and photo opportunities with stakeholders and DepEd officials.
Remain seated as we are about to begin with the third part of our program.
Pagbabayanihan na tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapipisig, buong bayan, para na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon, sa kabataan, saya at
Once again, we are requesting our participants to remain seated inside our PTA building.
Panahon na naman ng brigada, bigisin lakas at diwa, para na brigada na.
In response to the call to action, we would like to invite the Undersecretary and Chief of Staff, At this point, we would like to let you witness the audiovisual presentation of our Undersecretary Yusek Annalyn Sevilla of Finance and ASEC Torio. Let's watch this. Roll VDR, please.
Isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat at pinapanalangin ko na lahat kayo ay ligtas at nasa mabuting kalagayan para sa isa na namang Brigada Eskwela na ating paghahandaan at pagtatagumpayan. Lahat ng ating mga guro at mag-aaral ay babalik sa apat na sulok ng mga silid-aralan at pipilitin na bumalik sa bagong normal na nakasanayan na natin dulot ng pandemya ng COVID-19. At naiintindihan namin na may iba sa inyo na may takot at pangamba pa rin sa ating pagbabalik eskwela. At sino nga naman ang hindi matatakot sa walang kasiguraduhan? Ngunit maraming pangyayari sa ating buhay ay nakasalalay sa mga bagay na hindi din natin hawak at kontrolado. At ito ay kasama sa mga walang kasiguraduhan na ating dapat paghandaan. Pero ang patuloy na pag-aaral, ang isa sa pinakaimportante na desisyon na dapat nating gawin kahit na madaming walang kasiguruhan. At mapaghahandaan natin ito ng tama at lubos kung lahat tayo dito sa Department of Education ay sama-sama. Para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kayo ay magkakaroon ng mga bagong kaklase, bagong pagkakataon, at bagong mga pagsubok. Ngunit hindi kayo nag-iisa dahil kasama ninyo kami. Kasama ninyo kami, ang inyong mga magulang, lahat ng inyong mga guro, at ang buong pamayanan na aalalay sa inyo para siguruhin na ligtas at payapa ang inyong patuloy na pag-aaral. At katulad ninyo, kami rin na mga naglilingkod kasama ang ating mga partners, mga external partners natin, lalo na sa ilalim ng pangunguna ng ating Vice-Presidente o pangalawang kalihim ng Republika ng Pilipinas at kalihim ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon, Sara Duterte, ay muli ring magsisimula sa pag-abot ng mas mataas na kalidad ng edukasyon para sa inyong lahat. Makakaasa kayo na gagawin namin ang aming makakaya upang mas maging ligtas at masaya kayo sa muli ninyong pagbabalik sa ating mga paaralan. Kaya naman ngayong Brigada Eskwela ang aming tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral, lalo na mula sa finance strand, ay mas pagbutihin pa namin ang mga tungkulin na iniyatang sa amin. At para naman sa kahit munting paraan o sa aming paraan, ay maibsan namin ang inyong pagod at kawalang kapanatagan sa panahong ito. Sa kabila nito, hindi namin ito kaya na kami lang, kaya naman kukunin ko rin ang pagkakataon na ito upang hikayatin tayong lahat na magsama-sama para sa mga bago o bubuksan natin mga proyekto ng ating kagawaran. Walang maliit o walang malaking trabaho, lalo na ito ay may ambag para sa mas madali nating maisulong ang edukalidad. Muli isang pasasalamat at pagbati sa inyong lahat. Tayo na Brigada Eskwela, tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Brigada Eskwela had been a mantra articulated annually to solidify the alliance of stakeholders in addressing the immediate needs of our schools. This year's Brigada Eskwela underscores safer schools with the theme Brigada Eskwela, tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. We enjoined every Filipino to see where we could extend support to ease resource gaps in our schools. This is a great opportunity to link all available services so that we allow kindness and enthusiasm to flow in our veins, to respond to the needs of our own schools, and be ready for our learners' return. Again, thank you for joining our Brigada Eskwela.
To 2023, ang Department of Education National Capital Region ay tutugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. Titiyakin ang kaligtasan, kalusugan at kapakanan ng bawat isang mag-aaral. Bawat paaralan ay handa upang bawat bata ay mabigyan ng oportunidad sa pantay na karapatan ng pag-aaral at pagkatuto. Lahat ng opisyal at mga kawani ay tutulong at gagabay upang matiyak ang adhikaing ito hindi lang sa panahon ng Brigada Eskwela, kundi sa buong panahon at sa lahat ng pagkakataon. NCR, handa para sa 2022-2023.
Thank you very much. We had our music Ann Sevilla a while ago.
The Undersecretary for Finance and our ASEC, Alma Rubisi Torio, Assistant Secretary for Curriculum and Instruction. And we had just witnessed
Regional Director of NCR, we have Regional Director Wilfredo Cabral. Thank you so much, sir, for the message. And at this time, we were going to continue with the second batch of our ABP with our partners.
We were overwhelmed earlier by the messages of support coming from the first batch of our education partners. This time, let's witness another batch of education partners through this ABP. Let's watch this.
Apoitis Foundation has been a close partner of the Department of Education over the past years with the efforts we share in the annual Brigada Eskwela. Together with our business units, we will continue our support in responding to the challenges of a safe back-to-school transition this school year by co-creating resilient, empowered, and sustainable communities. To the men and women behind this successful event, congratulations and more power.
Nakikisa ang Ayala Foundation sa kagawaran ng edukasyon sa isang ligtas at makabuluhang pagbabalik eskwela. Hinihikayat namin ang lahat na maging mag-ibig sa isip, sa salita at sa gawa. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
On behalf of Fo Guangsan Foundation, our founder, Venerable Master Xing Yun, Head Abbots, Venerable Yongguang, and I, Miao Jing, would like to express our gratitude to our officers and educators at Department of Education for your unconditional givings to our pupils. Thank you for your support in 3 acts of goodness: do good deeds, say good words, and think good thought, to nurture righteous values of life and loving kindness in young hearts. Thank you for your love and effort to prepare for the post-pandemic homecoming of our children. To all Brigada Eskwela partners, friends, parents, we are one family. For our future, we practice the 3 acts of goodness because 3 acts of goodness grows us to become who we want to be. Be safe and happy. Omito for.
We want to congratulate the Department of Education. Magbabalik na ang face-to-face classes at makaaasa kayo na susuportahan kayo ng GMA Kapuso Foundation. This year, 60,000 na mga bata ang bibigyan natin ng complete school supplies sa ilalim ng unang hakbang sa kinabukasan, partikular sa mga lugar na sinalanta ng Typhoon Odette. Again, congratulations to the Department of Education from all of us here at GMA Kapuso Foundation.
Congratulations to Vice President and DepEd Secretary Sara on the occasion of the launch of Brigada Eskwela. With 1.5 million employees in the BPO industry, IBPAP strongly welcomes our partnership with DepEd in supporting the required upskilling and reskilling of our students to generate more jobs with Filipinos in the years to come. Thank you for involving IBPAP, and we look forward to continuing our partnership.
Greetings. This is Lions Quest Grant Administrator, past Council Chair Lion Dr. Elisa Valdez. In behalf of Lions Clubs International Foundation, we would like to thank the Department of Education for partnering with us in our advocacy toward developing adolescent skills and managing adolescent behavior. Thank you for allowing us to expand the program nationwide by training teachers and distributing 26,000 books entitled Pagbabago at Hamon for use among grade 7 children. Again, congratulations on the Eskwela Kick-off, and good luck to a new school year under new leadership, hoping for continuing partnership.
Greetings from Malayan Savings Bank. Despite the ongoing challenges our society is facing, with this ongoing pandemic and the challenges for learning institutions to adapt amidst these trying times, we at Malayan Savings Bank are ecstatic to be part of this year's Brigada Eskwela. We may be small in numbers, but we always have the enormous desire to help contribute in our nation building by helping our students, teachers, and everyone working in our education sector. This may be our first, but definitely not our last. Tugon ng MSB sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral, na tema ng ating programa ngayong taon, basta sama-sama, kaya.
Isang mapagpalang araw sa lahat. The Marilyn Bert International, along with its partners in its advocacies to help the schools, the school children, and the Department of Education in alleviating the quality of education in the Philippines, would like to congratulate the Department of Education on its very successful launching of the Brigada Eskwela Tugon sa Hamon na Ligtas na Balik-aral. Marilyn Bert International, with its advocate partners, fully support the Department of Education in collaborating for safe face-to-face classes. Once again, congratulations, Department of Education, and more power.
RCBC's CARTEC and DepEd have always been active partners in championing financial literacy among the youth. This new academic year is another exciting opportunity
Attention,
for us
calling the attention of
ibahagi ang
everyone.
bagong
There will be
kaalaman
a
sa
simultaneous
tulong ng
press
aralin sa
conference,
magsasabing
okay?
pananaliksik
But
ng
the rest of the
confident
guests
na sa
are
collaborative program,
encouraged and
more
requested to
senior
stay
high school
here
students
at
will
the
become
PTA
financially
Hall
literate
for
and
the conclusion of our program.
Handang-handa ang
Again,
RCB
only the
Architect
participants
para
for the press
samahan
con
ang
are
DepEd
encouraged
sa
to
mga projects
attend
na
the press
pinuntahan
con
and harness the
simultaneously with the
potential
third part
of
of
the
our
Philippine
program.
youth
The
sa
rest
buong
are
bansa.
requested to remain
Mabuhay.
seated. Thank you.
Congratulations to the Department of Education on your National Kick-off for Brigada Eskwela 2022. 2 years into the pandemic, finally our teachers and learners can look forward to the resumption of face-to-face classes. As in the previous years, DepEd needs collaborative support from various stakeholders, and you can count on Standard Chartered Bank to once again participate to ensure safe reopening of schools. Tara na, makilahok sa Brigada Eskwela.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. I'm Chester Cruz and I'm one of the brand managers of Pediatrica, the pediatric division of Unilab. And on behalf of our company, kami po ay nakikiisa sa adhikain ng Department of Education sa kanilang programang Brigada Eskwela na may temang tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral. Patuloy po kayong makakaasa ng suporta sa aming company. Handog ang mga gamot at bitamina para maging malakas at malusog ang mga kabataang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po and congratulations to the Department of Education sa launch ng kanilang Brigada Eskwela program.
Thank you very much to our education partners who had shown message of support via audio-visual presentation. Partner Marlene, we would like to have the list of our education partners so that we can give thanks to them in message of support to our kick-off of National Brigada Eskwela this year.
Thank you so much, partner. And our second batch of partners, here are the list. Here are the people behind. Okay, we have President Marabet Marasigan from Aboides Foundation.
From Ayala Foundation, Ruel Maranan.
We have Ma'am Sheila Bahado of East West Rural Bank.
For Guangshan, Philippines, headed by Miao Jing.
We also have Ricky Katibog from GMA Kapuso Foundation.
IBPAP, headed by President Jack Madrid.
VP Brand Management John Ray Villorente of International Pharmaceutical.
From Lions International, Dr. Elisa Valdez.
Product Head Jody Generoso III of Malayan Bank.
Mary Lindbergh International, headed by Jonathan Packing.
Mr. Lito Villanueva of RCBC.
From S.C. Johnson, Manager Ann Del Rosario.
Ms. May Sanggalang of Standard Chartered Bank.
From Unilab, Chester Ivan Cruz.
From Bear Brand, Russell Lipchin.
And from NAS Feel, Warlito Rosarial. Heap of thanks to our external partners, second batch.
Today, we will be witnessing another message of support coming from the Governor of the Province of Quirino and the National President of the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, or ULAP. Let us welcome Honorable Dakila Carlo E. Cua. Roll VTR.
Sa ating minamahal na kalihim ng edukasyon, Vice President Sara Duterte, sa mga guro at mga kapwa ko magulang, isang pinagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. On behalf of the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, or ULAP, which is the umbrella organization of all leagues of local elected officials and local government units in the country, ako po si Dax Cua, and we would like to convey our full support to the Department of Education's 2022 Balik Eskwela program, which aims to promote collaboration for the safe face-to-face classes with the stakeholders. Napakamahalaga na matiyak ang kaligtasan ng ating mga mag-aaral sa kanilang pagbalik sa eskwelahan. And we in the local government units are one with DepEd in making sure that safe and quality learning continues even during this pandemic. We have been inspired by the school leaders and local government units working together to guarantee the safety and well-being of students. And we will continue this partnership with DepEd to ensure quality basic education despite the challenges posed by COVID-19. Sa pamamagitan po ng pagtutulungan, pagkakaisa at aktibong paghahanda, matitiyak natin ng ligtas, na pagbabalik ng mga mag-aaral sa paaralan. Muli maraming salamat at mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dakila Carlo Cua. In closing, we would like to invite the Director 3 External Partnership Service, Director Edel B. Carag, for her closing remarks.
My warmest greetings and appreciation to all our dignitaries, kahit umalis na sila. Especially our very own Vice President and Secretary, Her Excellency Sara Z. Duterte, our undersecretaries, especially to our own new Undersecretary for Legislative Affairs, External and International Cooperation Office, Attorney Gerard Chan, CESO 1, to our Assistant Secretaries, Congressman 3rd District of Cavite Province, Honorable Adrian J. Advincula, Honorable Dakila Carlo Cua, Governor, Province of Quirino, National Chairman, Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, Cavite Governor Juanito Victor Remulla, represented by Vice Governor Athena Briana Tolentino, Honorable Alex Advincula, the City Mayor of Imus City, Honorable Abraham Tolentino, the Mayor of Tagaytay City, our Bureau Directors, Service Directors, of course, our regional directors, especially our host regional director, now our new Assistant Secretary, Francis Cesar Bingas, our Assistant Regional Directors, especially ARD Cherry Lu, Repia, our Schools Division Superintendents, especially the host, Schools Division Office, SDS Rosemary D. Torres, and Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Ivan Brian Inductivo, our school heads, supervisors, external partners, stakeholders, external partners, local persons, especially Mr. Pasqua of Region 4A, Calabarzon, and all division partnership focal persons, local government units, teaching and non-teaching personnel, and my EPS family, good morning to one and all. It is overwhelming to see faces to our DepEd family and education stakeholders and partners gathered today for our National Brigada Eskwela Kick-off program. After 2 years, we are now staging a hybrid program to mark the start of our Brigada Eskwela program. It's more than 2 years, and we are still facing the threats of the coronavirus. But we also continue to hurdle all the challenges, including that of the education sector. As we are now preparing for the opening of classes for the school year 2022-2023 on August 22, and for the in-person classes on November 2, our Brigada Eskwela will play a critical role to support the department on its effort to provide quality basic education. Through partnerships and Brigada Eskwela program, we are engaging all necessary stakeholders and partners to be involved in addressing the immediate needs of our learners and invest to help bridge the gaps in the resource provided by the national government to ensure accessible, inclusive, and liberating education. This year's Brigada Eskwela program clearly defined the support programs we need to implement. We advocate for Brigada Eskwela Plus to help increase the participation and performance of our learners, and the Brigada Pagbasa to help expand the effort to ensure reading skills and literacy among kindergarten to grade 3 learners. Today, as we mark the start of the preparation for the school opening through the Brigada Eskwela program, let's not forget to also recognize our stakeholders who are very willing to help us in this endeavor. Our office, the External Partnership Service, shall continue to develop policies, guidelines, standards, and protocols on partnerships and collaboration with our stakeholders to ensure purposive and meaningful education support programs for our Filipino children. We will be working hard to ensure that education shall be the top priority at all times, even during the calamities. As I end my message for today, I would like to thank DepEd Region 4A Calabarzon for hosting this event under the leadership of ASEC Francis Cesar Bringas and ARD Cherilu Repia, and also the Schools Division Office of Imus City, headed by SDS Rosemary Torres and ASDS Ivan Brian Inductivo. My special thanks to DepEd Cordillera Administrative Region, who is supposed to be the host of this event. But due to the earthquake affecting the region, the event is now here in Imus Pilot Elementary School. Thank you very much, RD Stella Carino and ARD Florante Vergara, and of course, our SDO Baguio City, for all the extra efforts you have done in preparation for this kick-off also. I would like to thank also all the regional directors, our ESSD chiefs, and our regional partnership focal persons, and also the division focal persons, for all the support in implementing the Brigada Eskwela in your respective regions. Thank you also to all the chairmen and members of the technical working group who work hard to make this event a success. Special thanks also to the Vice President's Protocol and Security Group for their support and collaboration. And also to our Calabarzon Regional Police Office and Imus City Police Office for security assistance and support to DepEd programs. Most of all, my special thanks to our former Undersecretary for Legislative Affairs, External Partnership Service, Project Management Service, and Private Education Office, former Undersecretary Tonicito MC Umalis Choir Sesuan, our OULAB family, and of course, my External Partnerships family, for all the support you have extended for the success of this event. I wish you all good health and wisdom to continue our extra mile services for the best Philippine basic education. Enjoy the opportunity of working together at huwag po tayo mapagod at magsawa sa ating mga ginagawa para sa ating mga kabataan, para sa kinabukasan ng ating bagong henerasyon, para mas maunlad na Pilipinas. Mga Ka-Brigada, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much. We have the Director 3 of External Partnership Service, Director Edel Carat.
Through the overwhelming support of our DepEd officials, we see the future of conducive schools and institutions ready for this school year.
Yes, partner, this is also the conducive in sustaining, okay? Sustaining the harmonious development of the members of the academic community.
Inviting us to the future of sustainability in the department, ladies and gentlemen, for our closing salvo.
Once again, the SDO Imus City Dance Troupe.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian, nagtagatibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pagbigkisin lakas at diwa, tara na brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama, brigada, eskwela, sa tigna buong barkada, brigada, eskwela, kilos na magbayanihan na. Ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapit-bisig, buong bayan, para na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon, sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong mata sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, pagbigisin lakas at diwa, tara na brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama, brigada, eskwela, sa na buong barkada, brigada, eskwela, kilos na magbayanihan na, brigada, eskwela, kilos na magbayanihan na, brigada, magbayanihan na.
Thank you very much, SDO Imus City Dance Troupe.
Magbayanihan na, ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay.
And this time, we'd like to acknowledge our partners who supported.
Our supporting partners for this 2022 Brigada Eskwela National Kick-off. We have our live broadcast by Fiber-Blazed, powered by Meridian TV Incorporated and the Department of Information and Communications Technology. Thank you very much.
Yes, we also have McDonald's, Bear Brand, National Bookstore, IPI, CBS, City Savings, Universal Robina, SC Johnson.
We are requesting our guests and participants to proceed at the Youth Center here at the same venue for your lunch. Thank you very much.
Other partners we have here, Be Well, Sentinel, Malayan Savings Bank, Red Scope, SMS, Unilab, Utopia, Fortune, Life, Mary Limbert, Juan Meralco.
Also, thank you to Nestle Philippines and Milo, Google Cloud, BM, ICM, Rotary District 3830, Century Pacific Food Incorporated, Manila Teachers, Rebisco, Green Bulb Communications, and Aldrich.
And to acknowledge the execom of this particular undertaking, we would like to thank the following members.
Also, of course, the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines and Secretary of the Department of Education, VP Sara Z. Duterte.
We have Epimako Vidensing III, Undersecretary and Chief of Staff. Gerard L. Chan, Undersecretary for Legislative Affairs and International Cooperation Office.
Rev. C. Escobedo, the Undersecretary for Field Operations. Annalyn M. Sibilia, Undersecretary for Finance. Jose Ernesto B. Gaviola, Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction. And Chris Ablan, Undersecretary for Administration. Also, thank you to Ms. Gloria Mercado, Undersecretary for Human Resources, and Undersecretary for Legal Affairs, Jose De Castro.
Thank you so much also to Ms. Alma Torio, ASEC for Curriculum and Instruction, GH Ambat, ASEC for CI Alternative Learning System, Francis Cesar Bringas, ASEC for Field Operations, and another ASEC for Finance, we have Omar Romero, and for Procurement, ASEC Chris Ornuco, and ASEC Secretary for Legal Affairs, Amanda Santiago.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the pinnacle of our 2022 Brigada Eskwela National Kick-off here at City of Imus Region 4A, Calabarzon.
And the nationwide initiative has just started in mobilizing thousands of parents, alumni, and civic organizations. And what else, partner?
Local businesses, non-government organizations, and of course, partner, every teacher, learner, and individual volunteer.
We salute all of you. Thank you so much. I am your host, Maria Rosalyn M. Pagtakhan.
And I am Darwin L. Kamama. Sa lungsod ng Imus,
hindi obligasyon, kundi dedikasyon at sa Brigada Eskwela,
tugon sa hamon ng ligtas na balik-aral.
Magandang tanghali po!
Panahon na naman ang brigada. Pagbigisin, lakas at diwa. Para na brigada na. Eskwela, magkaisa, sama-sama. Brigada, eskwela, sa gitna ng barkada. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na pagbayanihan na. Hawak ko, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapit-pisik, buong bayan. Para na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong madla sabay.